Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sportsworks Podcast. We are bringing you guys Week 12 of the NFL. I'm joined today by El Scorcho and Lil BK. All right. First, before we get into anything, let's recap last week. Lil BK, Lil Burger King, he went two for six.
Yeah, I had
two
that.
2 for 6 out of the pick six segment that we did. His blue chip did not hit. What was your blue chip one more time? I forgot.
Bucks.
The Bucks.
Tampa Bay,
Oh yeah, Tampa Bay. That's true. That wasn't a bad pick. They just didn't have good luck with it.
He went 2 for 6. How about his extra?
My extra point, I did hit. I had the Patriots game.
Okay,
so
good.
That was good.
And then and then we had
El Scorcho.
El Scorcho. He went 4 for 6 as well. His blue chip did hit. I believe your blue chip was what was it?
The over on the Broncos.
The Broncos game.
The over. That was a good pick. That covered like a blanket.
Yep.
And of course, yours truly 4 for 6, and my blue chip hit as well. I took the Patriots -3.5.
Did your extra point hit?
What?
The Patriots.
Did we do extra point or what?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
the extra
Patriots
game.
game.
The Patriots game. What was your selection?
I'm pretty sure I took the Patriots because I was talking about
Yeah.
the bye week after the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay,
I'm sure I
so,
took the
yeah,
Patriots.
that sounds familiar.
I didn't even know we had that as a.
Yeah.
That's why I was lost. I was like, extra
Yeah,
point. We had extra
yeah.
point last week.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm sorry. I'm just fresh off work. I'm ready to get into this though. All right, so there wasn't any key injuries or any key news this week, was there? Did you guys remember anything happening? Because
I don't think
key
so.
injuries. I know that running back for Pittsburgh Steelers still hurt.
oh yeah, your boy. Yeah, every
Connor.
time you plug him into your
James
fantasy
Conner
lineup,
still
he gets
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah.
He's questionable. T.Y. Hilton is also questionable this weekend.
might
So
be
is
back.
that fool Juju Smith. Whatever,
Oh, Juju. Yeah, Juju's not playing this week. huh?
whatever his name is, that
Mhm.
little Juju Juice.
Yeah,
He's hurt
yeah.
as well.
I don't think he's playing. He might be out.
So there's a couple of injuries out there lingering around for those who are following
check
fantasy
that,
football
actually.
as well.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on that, and that will also affect your betting habits, your spread points here.
Exactly.
Yeah, so his knee. If Juju has a knee injury, he isn't considered. It's not considered serious, but he is expected to sit this week. He's playing against the Bengals. I mean, yeah, I would expect to sit. I mean,
Guys,
why
I can't
block it,
believe we're already in week 12. It's
Yeah.
fucking unbelievable. These weeks
These
have been going.
episodes, these podcasts,
They've been
everything's
flying
going
by. They've been
fast.
flying
It's
by.
going by fast, and you know what? The money's coming in fast too. If you're listening to the picks.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Let's get right into it. Pick 6 segment. I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up.
Oh.
Can
I
I
am the host.
Can I interrupt before we go straight to the picks?
Go ahead.
I do want to make an announcement, though. I mean, there's
That
been
scares me
something.
every time.
There's been something that's been bothering me all week.
Is it your college picks not hitting? Because
you
that's
know,
been bothering me too.
I took off to. Well, that's exactly where I'm heading. Listen, guys. Again, for those of us and those of you who listen to the podcast, you listen to the podcast to get paid, to get some knowledge, to kind of, it gives you an idea on what we're thinking, who we're siding with, or what our picks will be to make the money on. All right. Now, listen. Anybody that gambles, anybody that bets on sports, knows that you're going to lose games. All right. But the bottom line is you got to win more games than you lose games. That's how you stay ahead. All right. Just want to make that out there very clear because I've been hearing some people busting my balls and they're starting to get sore. Listen, not every game that I pick is going to lose. For example, today's game, the Phenom and I took on a college game, Toledo. Toledo's little down. All right. So we start off the week on the low note. But hey, it's not how you start the race; it's how you finish the race.
It's not how you start,
All
how you
right?
finish.
So we have a whole lot of games still, waiting ahead of us. Hopefully Sunday night we can close it out with some positive money here.
So with that being said, are you saying I'm gonna end on the bad?
No.
I mean on the good note.
No, I'm
I'm gonna end the
just-
year on a good note. I'm gonna finally hit a fucking parlay.
Hey, look,
Because I need that right
The
now.
whole thing is you got to stay consistent. You're going to lose games. Not every single game you're going to pick you're going to win. Bottom line. But as long as you win more than you lose, you're going to stay ahead.
Well,
Prime
Hey,
example of those
yeah.
picks, how we're doing on our cards, 4 for 6,
yeah.
5 for 6. You again, there's a profit there. If you're betting each one of those games, let's just say you're dropping, let's just say you're a $50 player, you're dropping $50 on each one of these games. You're
I
coming
mean,
out.
if you
you're
take
coming out ahead.
one of each of our picks,
Hey, you're
hit.
coming out ahead, all right? So again, you're not going to get rich off of one fucking pick. This is not the lottery, all right? It's not the lottery, it's gambling. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Stay focused and
Just don't get
above-
discouraged. Don't get discouraged.
above all,
you know?
don't go crazy. Money management, be disciplined with your bets and you should be fine.
Exactly. With that being said, we did start off. It's a Wednesday. We're betting on a college game. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know college. I just kind of say, you know what, Scorcho. If you're feeling good about this game, I'll throw it on there too. But guess what? Tomorrow, before we get to pick six segment, I want to talk about tomorrow's game because it's a juicy matchup.
It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna for sure be watching this game. It's gonna be the Colts at the Texans. The Texans are the favorites. Yeah, they're favorites. -3.5. Over under is 45.5. Just real quick, you don't gotta get too deep into this one. But what are you guys feeling on this game? Because this is a game that personally I want to put money on tomorrow. And at this line, I really like taking the Colts 3.5.
Where do you want to start off?
Wow.
You're taking the Colts?
I'm taking the Colts.
What was the spread?
3.5. I feel like the Texans are coming off an embarrassing loss against the Ravens, and the Colts are pretty fresh right now. They got Brissett back. They looked really good against the Jaguars, which obviously have a pretty good defense. They're not the top defense anymore. And I feel like the Texans games with Texans and Colts are usually pretty close, and this is a field goal game, in my opinion. I still think that the Colts will go ahead and pull this victory out, even though they're on the road.
They're in the same division, and they're tied.
Exactly. This has a.
So this is gonna be
It's gonna be a hard fought game for sure.
Hard fought game for both teams. What was the over and under?
Over under is 45.5. If we had to pick that, I think I would go. I want to say over, but the thing with Thursday night games, you never really know.
You know what?
I'm
gonna say under. Texans only scored a touchdown last week.
Yeah.
And that's not really anything.
But
I'm gonna go under just because based on how I've seen Thursday night games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Except for maybe 2 games, they haven't been that good.
Had it been like a Sunday game, I would say over all day. But
yeah, because when we started the year, we were just I didn't even watch. Yeah. That's why I don't watch Thursday night football as much because it's not.
Scorch, I see you bobbing around over here. What's going on? What do you have in your head?
I'm listening to you two girls talk. Exchanging conversations over here of why you like who and why. Look, listen, again, like I've always said this. I've been saying it for weeks now. The NFL is a short-term memory thing, right? Don't rely and don't bet on the game based on what you saw last weekend. Otherwise, then bet Baltimore. Hear me out. Yeah. I let you talk, girl. Hear me out. Otherwise, bet fucking Baltimore to win the Super Bowl. All right? It's not going to happen, guys. Listen. The Texans got embarrassed, all right? They got fucking embarrassed against the Baltimore Ravens. That was not a game that I was comfortable betting on. That's why I didn't even touch that game at all. But now, I will be betting on tomorrow's game. Personally, I'll be making a personal play. And I'm going to be taking the Houston Texans. They're going to be home.
Wow.
Again, Indy is hurt. No Marlon Mack.
So is
hear me out, you fucking pussies. Hear me out.
You know what?
No running back.
Talk about that's
no T.Y. Hilton.
Oh,
who the fuck is he going to throw it to?
Yeah, you know what?
And then you have Jacoby Brissett literally on one leg.
I'm scratching.
Are you guys fucking kidding me?
You know what, Scorcho? I'm gonna hop on with you. I think I'm gonna take the Texans as well. I completely forgot about Marlon Mack. You take the run game out of Indianapolis, it's gonna be difficult. Brissett has never been that quarterback that can carry the team on his own. He has been doing a great job, but he's had a very good supporting cast around him.
The man is a backup quarterback. Let's keep it real. He's a very efficient, but he's a backup quarterback.
He's a hobbled backup quarterback,
and
right
he's
now
on
too.
one
leg. Exactly.
So now, girls, did I just slap some reality into your guys' face?
I like it.
Are we taking Houston after that embarrassing loss? You're gonna have to come back and fucking fire it up. Guys, why do I feel like your energy level is so fucking low today? Are you guys tired?
No.
Are you guys whacking off all day?
Well, this isn't a day we really it's not part of the pitch.
You know what? Yeah.
Hey,
but
I
will disagree. I do agree. Yeah, in any sport, you're supposed to have short-term memory. Unfortunately, you're in a team. One person. If it's an individual player, that's a different story. But you're a team. Some people, hold that and fucking pissed off, and then they try to do, be the hero, but they end up not doing it. But I think with Matt gone, I think this is Hines' time to shine. And I think he would maybe some touchdowns. He's been quiet all year too. He hasn't done shit this year. So I think this is a perfect opportunity for him to show the world, show owners and all that when maybe if he gets traded or if he's a free agent, But I think we'll have a good week. I'm taking the under this game though.
Cool. With that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the pick six segment finally. All right. So the first game I want to go ahead and talk about is gonna be the Bills taking on the Broncos plus 4.5. Over under is 36.5. if you notice, we do talk a lot about these Bronco games on here, but it's just because it's such an easy money maker. Honestly, every game you get on them, it's been easy money. We've hit. I feel like I've hit every single game for the Broncos, and the game with them that in their matchups, I pick something and I always hit on that game, except for the one against the Browns. That one fucked me up. Anyway, so this week you got the Broncos are gonna go on the road to Buffalo. They're playing the Bills, obviously. They're catching 4.5 points. The Broncos are. Over under is gonna be 36.5. So this is an easy pick for me. I really like the over on this game. It's 36.5. I went ahead. I looked at the weather. Uh, it's showing 41 degrees and it's not raining.
It shouldn't be a factor out
There's
there.
it's no rain. There's no snow. It might be a little chilly, but I mean not compared to what Buffalo usually gets. Um, Weather should not be a factor. If you've been watching the games, if you watch the Bronco games, I'm like I said, I'm a Bronco fan. I watch the team. I see what's going on. They look a lot better with this quarterback Brandon Allen in there. They've been putting up a lot more points than they have in the past, which is why I really like this over. Last week they put up 23, and the week before they put 24. And last week, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it looked like they kind of let off the gas in the second half, which is probably why the fucking Vikings came back. But this is an offense that does have some firepower. You saw the great play calling by Scangarello in the first half, getting creative, getting the what was I gonna say?
I think you got a little too conservative, there in the second half.
I'm talking about the first half. He got his playmakers the ball. He got the playmaker. He has Sutton. Sutton is a fucking. He's coming into. He might be an elite receiver pretty soon, in my opinion.
I'm gonna second that.
I'm getting because I remember when DT was in Denver before, which is what he got a lot of comparisons to when he got drafted. He was compared to DT. DT did not look this good right away. I mean, given he had Tebow as a quarterback, but with the Sutton, how he has fucking Brandon Allen.
And prior to having Tebow, he had Orton.
So I mean, you can see flashes from him. I'm not ready to crown him right now as a star wide receiver, but he's a star in the making.
Put me down on that.
He's a star in the making. He's a legitimate number one. You have Noah Fan, which he's been all over the place this year. He is a rookie though; you can't be too hard on him, but he looks like he's trending in the right direction as of late. And then of course you got the two running backs, Lindsey and Freeman. Freeman's a really good pass catcher. Lindsey can run it down your throat, even though he's little. So I'm not going to get too much into it, but the Broncos will put up points. But best believe that the Bills are going to put up points as well. They have Josh Allen. He's a dual threat quarterback.
With Brown had a killer week last week.
Look at all the games that Denver's played this year. They have not played against a dual threat quarterback like Josh Allen. All right, Josh Allen can run. He can throw. He can do it all. I think that he's gonna get his. I'm gonna assume he's gonna get around probably I'm gonna say 2 touchdowns in the air and then 1 on the ground, and they might have another running back score a touchdown as well. That's what we'll see. I believe the Broncos will put up at least 3 touchdowns as well. I feel like this will be a semi-high scoring, not high scoring, but high scoring compared to the Broncos standards. This is gonna be an easy cover. Take the over. If you want to take an extra play, take the Broncos.
I'm gonna take the over as well. I think 36 is too low. I know I've seen the Bills put up a lot of points, 20 something. All you need is 15 from Denver or 16, whatever. I see this game as an over. I have been impressed by the Broncos. They've put up some points. I don't think they
have shown some kinds of life. They show some kinds of life.
Then again, you're gonna see that with teams that aren't gonna make. They're gonna show some life and then just go back to being shitty because they need a draft pick. So. I'm gonna take the over on this game. I mean, Mano pretty much said everything, So I'm gonna take the over. What about you, Scorcher?
Hey, you know what? I marked that down before we even started the podcast. That's one number that I looked at. That is the lowest number on the card this weekend, guys. 36.5. It's almost disrespectful to both Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos.
Wasn't last week 39.5?
Something like
that. I think last week was 39.5.
Easy, yeah. So it went down more, and if you're looking at
it was 39.
if you're looking live right now, this is not on the parlay. Live right now, the line has gone up a little bit. It's 37.5, 1 point difference. I expect that number to keep climbing, so just make sure you get some good value if you get it a little early.
It will. So I think we're all in agreement with that number.
Yeah,
going
that's an easy over for sure.
Yep, easy on that.
Storcho.
All right, so my game that I'm breaking down, I'm eyeballing the Oakland Raiders traveling out to the New York Jets. And we have the home team, which are the Jets, favored by 3.5, with a total of 45.5, over and under 45.5. That's not a bad number. Listen, so last year I remember Coach Gruden couldn't travel out to fucking the East Coast and get a win if his life depended on it. He was losing every single game in the East Coast. This year seems to be a very different Raider team. They have a running back, something they haven't had in a long while.
Just with
And you know what? They're looking okay. They're making some noise out there in the AFC West. They're breathing down Kansas City's neck, and I'm liking the way they're playing right now. The Jets, listen, the Jets are a fucking hit or miss every week. You don't know when to bet on them. You don't know what you know. And again, like I said, don't base your bet this weekend on what you saw last weekend, on a team performance from last weekend. Last weekend we saw the Jets go into Washington and blow them out of the water, but they were playing fucking Dwayne Haskins and the Redskins.
But that gives your team momentum.
It does. It does. And they're coming home. They're coming home. It's always tough to play out there in New York, whether you're playing the Giants or the Jets. They're playing at home behind a rowdy crowd. I'm not going to take a side. I'm not too convinced on taking a side, although I am a little tempted to take the Raiders. But at 3.5, I just can't do it. That half a point, this has the smell of a field goal to me kind of game. I'm going to go ahead and take the over. I think they're both going to go ahead and go over 45.5. I think they're both going to put up points. Derek Carr, he's a capable quarterback of throwing some touchdowns out there. And what's that kid that was seeing ghosts?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And give credit to our defense. Our defense has been pretty good this year. Max Crosby has more sacks than Khalil Mack.
So I believe Sam Darnold will go ahead and throw some touchdown passes this weekend, and he's going to lean a little bit on Mr. Bell, Le'Veon Bell, to kind of help him out.
All right.
I see these. I see a bit of a shootout in this game.
Over.
Yeah, I see a shootout. I'm going to go ahead and take the over 45.5, and I'm very comfortable taking that pick.
You know what? I like the over. I really like the over. But I'm gonna be a little fan. I'm gonna pick the Raiders.
Guys, can I ask a question before? Well, we already know who you're picking, and you'll go into details of why. Yeah. But doesn't it seem by looking at this card right now, it's almost like fucking Vegas is begging you to take the Raiders?
No.
Because 3.5, I think, is a very low number. No. It almost feels it has that feel of a trap game to me. At 3.5, you don't think so?
No.
Okay.
Well, why? Why do you think it's trap game?
I don't know, because I'm thinking the Raiders should be favored by more than 3.5. You're playing a very poor New York Jets team.
So I'm gonna scratch that now. I'm not gonna take the Raiders. I want the Raiders to win.
What?
Okay.
We're here to make money.
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Yeah. Take your heart out of it. Take your heart out of it, kid.
I'm gonna take the Raiders. I'm obviously a Raider fan, but I'm saying for this segment, I'm gonna take the over. Okay. One, because I can't remember. I read a tweet.
So, guys, for those listeners, disregard everything you just said. Disregard everything you said. Now,
let me talk.
He's taking the over.
Le'Veon Bell, if you've been following him up this week, he's been drug tested a lot this year, and he's pretty fucking pissed about that. He's like what playing? How many games have he played? Let's say he's played 10 games, and we're on week 12. He's been drug tested at least 8 fucking times. How pissed off do you have to be? And he's going to miss this week's drug test. So this week, I feel like he's going to be pissed. But I'm going to fucking go off this week. I'm going to score touchdowns. They haven't really been giving him the ball like they should be doing. They're, in the end zone, at the 1 yard line, what are they doing? They're fucking throwing. Why? You have Le'Veon Bell behind you. Run the fucking ball. I think this week he will be running the ball a lot and getting some touchdowns. But I'm not going to distract the Raiders' defense. The Raiders' defense has been really good this year. Crosby's been going off, and we have pretty good players out there. But we suck at fucking when they throw that ball in the air. Our cornerbacks just suck. They can't defend. So that's why I think it's gonna be a high scoring game because we can score. We have a good running back. We have a good tight end. We have good quiet young receivers, and a quarterback who has surprised me this season. He's not backing down anymore like he used to last year. The minute someone was coming at him, he's ducking. He's going down already. This year he's running the ball or attempting to run the ball. He's going in the end zone, taking some hits. So I like to see that. So I'm gonna see it over in this game. It's gonna be 45.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, you guys talked a lot, man. I'm gonna go with the over as well. I'm gonna keep it really, really straightforward. The Jets, the last 2 games, have put up 34 points. You say don't look at the last game, but look at the last 2. That's what I like to say. Look at the last 2. 34. That's consistency right there. Sam Darnold is no longer seeing ghosts. He's coming back into his own. Against, like Joey said, the Raiders do have a weak secondary. Their defense, while they have been better than last year, they're still not good. They're not top notch yet, but
it's getting there. It's growing.
You got to keep in mind that the Raiders do have a high power offense, and they can put up points in a hurry. This is an easy over to me, 45.5. They should cover that pretty easily. like Scorcho was saying though, I see this as a trap game. I wouldn't take the
It
Raiders.
just has that feel to
I'm
me.
not saying the Raiders are gonna lose,
It
but
has that feel to
I take
me,
the Raiders
guys.
and
I'm
the
not saying
over.
the Raiders are gonna lose, but it could be a trap game. I feel like they might be overlooking the Jets, just like I feel like they kind of overlooked the Bengals last week because it let them hang with them for a little while.
But that's the thing though, like
For a little while, they fucking hung with them the whole game. It was
Yeah.
a 7-point game at the end of the day.
but that's the thing, and that's with sports. You shouldn't even if you're the fucking best team,
any given Sunday.
you should never overlook a team just
Any
because of
given
their
Sunday.
record.
And what
Because
scares me
at the
too-
end of the day, they're fucking athletes.
Ask
They
Minnesota
compete.
about that shit last week.
Yeah,
They
hey,
fucking-
what scares me about
they
what scares me?
compete.
Don't take the Raiders. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys be cautious if you're taking the Raiders. Think about it twice. They are 1-3 on the road, and they are traveling to the East Coast. I'll leave it as that. Take the over. That's a smart play. I'm not saying the Raiders aren't gonna win, but that's a really, I don't know. That's kind of a trap game in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I said it.
So
It's got that feel to me.
Yeah, but it'll go over. I really feel confident about that. I'll put that on my
So
card
we all
as
agreeing
well.
on the over on this pick as well. So we all agree on the over for the
Exactly.
Buffalo Broncos game. We're all agreeing on the over for the Raiders Jets game.
all right, it's my
God,
turn to
this is
shine.
fucking very unlike us. You know what I mean? We don't
I know, we're
always
agreeing.
agree.
We're agreeing.
All right, fuck it. Let's move on to the next game.
You know what? We might just have a good parlay this
Shit,
week. Oh
I
shit!
don't know.
Okay. All right. So for the third game, I'm gonna talk about the Eagles against the Seattle Seahawks. The Eagles are at home this week. They're giving Seattle 1.5 point, and the over under is 48.5. The fact that you're giving Seattle a point to start the game, knowing how good of a team Seattle is. Oh man, that's like the fucking Mo game with it that they played. That they were fucking.
I remember too.
Oh my god!
I think the Browns.
The Browns.
The
They gave them like fucking 3 points or whatever. What kind of shit is that? So you know what? I mean, we've seen how the Seahawks play. We saw them beat the Niners. They gave the Niners the first loss. The Eagles most likely will not be making playoffs, so they're just gonna. I mean, they're obviously gonna compete, but I see Seattle winning this game. I think they're gonna win by at least a touchdown. I like Russell America Wilson. I like the way he's been playing. I love the way that man's been playing.
Russell America Wilson.
Their team, they have a legit team, and I just see them winning on the road.
Yes. You know what, Joey? I'm over here. I'm dying to get into this conversation. Listen, I love Seattle this year. They have been a covering machine. Well, the Cardinals are my baby, but Seattle is my baby number 2. They have been a covering machine for me, all right? Listen, that's
daddy.
Seattle's my side chick. Seattle's been covering like a fucking blanket
that
for
makes me a grandpa.
Yeah,
The
listen.
fuck? They're my
listen.
grandkids.
Listen, Seattle, I'm going to, you know me, I love my numbers. As soon I was looking at my computer, I'm shaking my hands, licking my lips because I see a number I love. Seattle as an underdog, whenever they catch points, Joey's talking about they caught points against the Browns, whatever. Whenever they're underdogs, they are 3-0. What are they this week? Underdogs. Take Seattle, guys. And then keep this in mind too. Listen, Seattle came off a very big victory their last game, right, against the 49ers. I feel really passionate about
And
this
they
pick.
had a week
I'm adding this pick to my card now. Listen, they
Oh.
had a whole week off to relax, to chill.
after a fucking good ass win against an undefeated
listen
team.
to this: the Eagles are getting fucked right now. They had the Patriots coming off the bye last week, and now they're getting Seattle off the bye this week. The Eagles, they're gonna drop another game this week, and I don't think it's gonna be close. I'm gonna leave it as that.
Damn.
Take the Seahawks.
All right, so we have two of you guys taking the Seahawks, huh?
Russell America Wilson.
Russell America Wilson. That's
MVP
as I
candidate,
baptize him. Hey, the kid's a fucking baller, man. He's a player. But you know what? I see something wrong with this line, guys. I mean, Seattle catching 1.5
Really,
points.
bro? We could have went 3 for
Listen,
3 on a dream, and now you got
listen,
to ruin it. Come on, man.
I don't like this side. Look, truth is, Philadelphia's up against the ropes. They need to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. If they lose this shit, you might as well just fucking bury them along with a fucking bookie this weekend. Because you know what? They're still bringing these motherfuckers back.
Hey, let me tell you
They're
what.
done.
Let me tell you what, real quick. Seattle needs to win this game too.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
They're fucking 8-2, man. Come on, 8-2.
And you're behind the
You
Niners.
at the end of the day, you want to have home field advantage,
8-2.
right? You don't want to go on the road in the playoffs.
Guys,
Sheesh.
it's early in the podcast.
You think they're gonna roll over?
It's early
Go
in the
ahead.
podcast.
Continue. I'm not
I
gonna
heard
get
you
on
guys-
disputed
I
yet.
heard you
Hold
guys.
on, wait. Sorry, by the way, Seattle's 5-0 on the road.
Yeah, no, I heard you guys' points. Hey, these are very, very valid points. Again, sometimes you got to follow trends. You got to, history. You got to learn from history. That's how I like to best say that shit. Learn from history because history teaches you a lesson, right? We learned that shit in school. But every now and then, Like I said a while back too with the Cleveland Browns bet that I fucking put my money down and I fucking won. Every now and then there's a game that stands out to you and says, hey, this is what Vegas wants you to pick. This is what they want you to go with. I don't like this line. I'm not going to touch a side because I don't trust the Eagles. The Eagles are wounded right now. They don't have a wide receiver. They don't have a healthy running back. Their defense is banged up.
So that's why Seattle. That's why
their defense is banged up. The Seattle Seahawks, they're playing good, but they're playing good thanks to Russell America Wilson. He's making everything happen for them. Their defense, you can run on them. You can score on them. They're soft. I've seen that shit happen. They opened up the season how? Playing the Cincinnati Bengals hard at home. They struggled to beat them. Right? This is a game.
But see, you can't compare to week 1.
This
week
is a
one,
game.
Everyone's starting on.
Right. So this is a game that I don't like the side. I'm just going to go ahead and I feel like this is an under 48.5 all day long. I don't see Philly putting up a lot of points, and to be honest with you, I don't see Seattle blowing them out of the water. I think this is going to be a close-fought game, and it's going to stay under the 48.5. So you know what? Make it official for a score show. The one who likes to get you paid. Give me the under 48.5, and let's roll.
Fair.
All right.
That's fair.
I'm leave it as that. So 2 Seahawks and one
under.
One under. All right. Next game I want to talk about is the 49ers at home taking on the Packers. Packers are the underdogs. You're getting 3.5 points if you take the Packers on the parlay card. Over and under is going to be 46.5. Listen, guys. Listen.
Oh,
I love the bye week, guys. I love the bye week. And whenever I get the bye week and I catch points, I love it even more. I'm taking the Packers this week. All right. The Niners are banged up. They are playing against a team that's coming off a bye. They're fresh. They're reloaded. They got Devontae Adams back. He's healthy. The offense is clicking on all cylinders. They got a good run game. You got fucking Aaron Rodgers, A-Rod fucking throwing the ball, bro. Like, look, this is an easy pick for me. You're getting 3.5 points. If anything, it's going to come down to a field goal. You know, I'm taking the Packers. That's all I got to say. What do you guys think?
You know what? I like the Packers pick. But my safe pick is over. Plain and simple. Both teams can put up fucking points. The last few weeks, we've seen the Niners put up over 25. Same with the Packers. They could put up over 25. They could put up... Actually, both teams could put up 30 points combined. 30 points each. 60 points combined. I like Mando saying, the Adams is back. He's healthy. Niners, they had a pretty good win last week. They scored 36 against the Cardinals. Fourth quarter was a pretty good game towards the end, but Niners held off. And look, I'm taking the points. That's all I'm worried about. I just want to store points for touchdowns. That's what I like to see. So I'm gonna take the over on this game and
taking the over 46, huh?
Over 46.
All right.
Hey, real quick, little stat before you talk. The Packers are 2-0 as underdogs. Go ahead, continue.
All right. Hey, listen. It seems like, everybody these days is talking about San Francisco, perhaps making it all the way to the NFC Championship, blah, blah, blah.
By the way, that's a Sunday night game.
And you know what? It's not a bad. It's very realistic. They may make it. I don't know. They're playing good ball. Their defense is playing excellent. All right. I've seen good defenses. All right. And they're a good defense. They're playing.
The Niners
the Niners. They're playing really, really good. But I'm not going to call that a toss-up. I'm going to say San Francisco's obviously, it's got the upper hand on defense. But on offense, I think Green Bay's got it. All right? They have the advantage on wide receivers. And besides, we don't even know if Kittle's going to be back. So, fuck that. I can't touch the 49ers if you can't guarantee me no Kittle.
Kittle didn't play last week.
I know. If you can't guarantee me no Kittle and if you can't guarantee me no Emmanuel Sanders.
But the same with against the Seahawks. They put up points.
I'm going to back off of them. So I like the Packers. But this is how I see this game.
Receiver, though.
This is how I see this game unfolding. You have Jimmy Garoppolo versus Aaron the Game Rodgers.
He's a California boy. He's playing back at home.
Aaron the Game Rodgers.
So that's one reason why they expect a lot of points.
I expect the double discount, double check on Garoppolo's fucking chin. All right? And you know what? I'm gonna take the Packers. Give me the points.
I don't like
Garoppolo
as a quarterback, but
I don't. Hey, the guy
put up points at the end of the day. So.
At the end of the day, they put the fucking game on Garoppolo's fucking shoulders, and he's got to win it by throwing the ball. He can't do it. He chokes. That's all I gotta say. Give me Aaron the game Rodgers and the Packers
Yeah.
in the points.
Yeah, I like both those picks, guys. Easy. Scorcho, what's your next game?
All right, guys. The other game that I'm looking at to get you boys paid. It breaks my heart to touch this game, but it's a moneymaker. I can't let it. I'm gonna play. This is one of my personal plays that I'm gonna do on the card. All right. So we have the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling out to Tennessee. They're playing the Tennessee Titans. Everybody knows how I feel about Tennessee or putting Tennessee on my cards, but I gotta touch them this game. All right. I'm at a point where I don't really like Tennessee, but I respect them. I see that they can play and they can put up points, especially with Tannehill playing the way he's playing. The boy showed me that he's hungry. He's hungry to show that, hey, you know what? He deserves to be a starter in the league somewhere. He's playing, out of his fucking mind right now. Last 2 games, he's put up points. He can run the ball. He's not scared. He's not seeing ghosts out there. All right? And then you have Jacksonville. So Big Dick Nick is back, but he didn't show me anything last week, man. I mean, he looks stiff to me.
He's
stiffer than his dick.
Injury, man.
He looks stiff. I know, and I get it. I didn't expect him to go out there and fucking light up the sky. But you know what? He looks a little stiff. It's going to take a little while for him to get back into his rhythm. In saying that, I do think Jacksonville's got a good enough team to put up points. And Big Dick Nick, all he needs to do is shake them nuts and, throw that ball around.
Hey, wait, he went 33 for 47
That's
with
what I'm saying.
296 yards.
He can
for a first game back with 2 touchdowns?
He can sling it.
Not bad.
He can sling it. He's only going to get better. So I'm liking this game to go over the total. I think 42.5 is set way too low and way too conservative. I like Tennessee to score points at home. I also like Jacksonville to go up there and put up the points as well. And let's not forget, this is a revenge game from that Thursday night game a few weeks back. All right, where Jacksonville embarrassed Tennessee. But then again, Mariota was a quarterback for Tennessee.
And that was Minshew Mania too. So.
And Mariota, both of those starting quarterbacks for that game, for that week, they're both sitting on the bench this weekend. And we have the real deal quarterbacks going out there and slinging it around. Whoa, go ahead and give me the over. Make this an official pick for El Scorcho, and I'm going to play it hard, 42.5.
Yeah, guys, you know what? I'm hopping on with Scorcho here. I'm taking the over as well. I was tempted to take the Jaguars, but I scratched it off before we even started talking about it because, like, Scorcho said, I don't know what to expect from Big Dick Nick. I feel like there's pressure on – it's not fair for both these guys. There's pressure on both these guys, him and Minshew, because you're looking over your shoulder the whole time. Foles knows that if he doesn't start producing this week, he might be out of a starting job with the Jaguars, and this could be his last chance as a starting quarterback. I don't see another team giving him a chance to be a starter.
I do understand what you're saying.
Guaranteeing it to him.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
So like I said, but they will put up points. The Titans, I've actually started liking the Titans a little bit better with Tannehill. They look a lot more rounded,
a lot more balanced.
Yes, they look more. I don't want to say dangerous because I don't think they're dangerous, but they look like they're capable. They're a lot more capable. When they had Mariota in there, they looked stagnant. Predictable. They couldn't do shit. Now they have another threat because Tannehill throws a lot better than Mariota. I'm just gonna say that.
And he's mobile too.
He's a tough motherfucker.
Hey, he was determined to win that game against Kansas City. He took some fucking blows.
Yeah, and
he wasn't sliding out.
The bye week's only gonna help out the Titans. They got healthier. Tannehill got another week of practice with his boys. He gets more chemistry.
And they got to break down the game. The Jaguars.
This is a low number. I'm taking the over. Leave it as that.
I'm hopping on with you guys. I'm gonna take the over.
Smart man.
Right now, put me down. I just realized I have 4 fucking overs in
me too. I've never picked
overs. I've never put this many overs, but I mean,
we're here to make money.
I think
the lines are soft. To be honest,
we're looking at the matchups.
I think the lines are soft, guys.
Yeah,
I think the lines are softer than fucking cotton candy.
We're looking at the matchups, man, and it's like they're playing. The games that are being played are teams that are fucking scoring points.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not here to talk shit or anything. I don't want to talk shit, guys, but this is the kind of weekend that if you like playing 4 fucking teamers on a parlay, this is a card to do it.
You know
I think the lines are soft.
If you had a big dick like me, you're a 5-teamer, man. Fuck it.
I think the lines are soft, and we should take advantage of the bookie this weekend.
Yes.
You know what?
We are going to kill this boy, too.
I think we're all in agreement that we're all taking the over on that. Smart bet, guys. Smart bet.
That is a smart bet, and on to the final game. This is a really juicy matchup on this card. It's the Monday night game.
Guys, before we get into this matchup, hang on, before we get into this matchup, right before we get into it, I want to say that I got a lot to say about this game. All right,
That's fine.
and it's gonna take a minute.
Love this game.
It's gonna take a minute to break down because this is the kind of game that I don't plan on being down the rest of the weekend. I'm eventually gonna hit the bookie, and this is the kind of game that I'm gonna go ahead and leave his fucking ass bleeding with at the end of the week. Monday night game.
Let me tell them what the line is. So the Ravens are coming to LA. They're playing the Rams. Over and under is 46.5 points. They're giving the Rams 3.5 points.
So you're telling me that the Rams are the home team and they're getting 3.5 points?
Yes.
What a fucking disrespect. What a disrespect.
I don't think that disrespect because you're playing against a fucking good ass fucking Ravens team.
Wow.
And if I'm looking at the way they're doing interviews, they're all fucking pumped. They're fucking like together. Like they're like, I don't know really how to explain. It's like you just saw Mark Ingram's press conference when he's introducing Jackson. All those fucking players and all the teammates. They're on the same fucking side. They're on the fucking same page. They're fucking ready, and they're gonna come in this week against the fucking Rams at home and fucking whoop their fucking ass. I think Lamar Jackson, he's gonna prove that he's a fucking MVP candidate this week. I mean, if he breaks a fucking record for rushing yards from a quarterback, he's fucking MVP. And I think he's having a great fucking year. He has great people around him, people that support him. So I can see them dominating this game.
That was the sound of fucking Jackson's dick popping out of Joey's mouth right now. Joe, back off that dick for a little bit.
Ron, all right? Calm down, okay?
All right, Scorcher, before you get into it, because I know you're going to have a lengthy talk here, I want to just go ahead and give my 2 cents real quick because I'm not going to take too long. Well, actually, I don't know. I could talk a long time, but
hey,
listen,
it's a good game. It's
listen,
a good game. It's worth the fucking time. Break it down, guys.
Here's what I see. I see this number 46.5, and it's very tempting to me. I'm going to take the over. Look, I don't want to take a side on this game because kind of like what we were talking about. You see, hey, okay. So kind of like what we were talking about on the fucking the Raider game, right? Yeah. This kind of smells like a little trap game to me.
Yes, it does.
I don't know why.
This is a letdown game, guys. Be careful out there. Be careful.
I think I'm speaking for Scorcho right now. Listen, this smells fishy. I don't know why, but I have the feeling that the Ravens are going to come back down to earth, and I have a feeling it's going to be this week against a Sean McVay team in LA. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing it, but because of that feeling I have in my fucking right nut, I'm not even picking a side. I'm just going to stick with the easy, safe pick, which is the over. Because like I said, I like making money. I like feeling safe with money around me, okay? So this is what we're doing. Play the over on this game, guys. Scorcho, go ahead. Take it away, man. I know you're dying to get into this.
Hey, man. Hey.
Okay, wait. One thing. I don't think... you can't stop the Ravens right now.
Hey,
I don't think you have a game plan. It's like, all right, I'm going to stop Lamar Jackson from running. All right, well, he can fucking throw the ball this year, so he's going to fucking throw the ball.
Joey.
Now, all right, let me fucking stop the fucking receivers from going. Let me give it to Mark Ingram who can fucking run the ball.
All I got to say is this.
They stop him. Well, now I can fucking run 40 yards for a fucking touchdown.
All I got to say is this. Any given Sunday, okay? You can't count the Rams. The Rams, while they have been shitty this year, they're too good. They are too good of a team, and they have too many weapons to fucking count them out, especially with a head coach like Sean McVay, and they got the fucking genius over there, Wade Phillips.
God, you're taking my fucking words, man. I was supposed to break down this game.
Hey, man. So listen, look, wait. Sorry, Scorcho, I'm sorry, man.
No, go ahead, take it away. You're on the right track. I like that.
This game got me really passionate out of nowhere because
you're on the right track.
I am now rooting against Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore Ravens team. I love what they're doing. He's bringing a new aspect to the game. He's going to be a star for years to come. But this is the week that he's going to get humbled a little bit. Because in this league, you can't just roll over everybody and fucking come out being the MVP and not get fucking dick slapped one time. I think he's going to get dick slapped.
But you can't prove people wrong because nobody was saying shit.
Exactly.
Everyone was saying on Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to have to jump in here. Otherwise, I'm not going to get
jump in. Yeah,
jump in. You're going to jump in. You're going to jump in. I'm just saying.
Hop in there.
Okay, no, hold on. Did you not like Lamar Jackson at the start of the year?
Yeah. Well,
you did not fucking like him. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know if you say it, but
still don't like he has fucking shit to prove. He's gonna prove to every motherfucking team that he's fucking facing, even in fucking.
But here's the thing.
I'm fucking here for business. This will be my fucking league, so I'm gonna kick the fucking.
All right, little undisputed session real quick.
That's a lot of cursing.
Little undisputed session right here, because look, Lamar Jackson, he's already, according to the rest of the world, he's already proved himself when he fucking took down Tom Brady, the fucking GOAT, right? So look. I feel like they're not going to be as motivated playing a fucking Rams team that's struggling. They had a hard time beating the fucking Bears. Listen, this smells like a trap game, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from what Lamar Jackson has
I'm in
done.
agreement with you. I'm in agreement.
I'm not taking
you.
anything away from what Lamar Jackson has done, what this offense has done. I'm just saying, trap game. Don't pick a side. Take the over. Play the easy shit. Go ahead, Scorch. Take it away.
Listen. Baltimore's been one of my favorite teams to bet this year. Did I not call it this year?
Yeah,
I said they're going to be one of my teams to bet on when they're dogs and when they're catching points. But bottom line is this, okay? And Joey's right. I never did like fucking Lamar Jackson. I still don't like him to this day. I think his style of football is going to be eventually the good coaches and the good teams are going to make adjustments to make stops on him. Just like they do on every fucking quarterback out there. Mahomes, fucking Tom Brady, whoever the fuck you are, they make adjustments, Peyton Manning, and they stop you from doing what you're good at. And let's keep it real, guys. And it's just me speaking. Lamar Jackson has only had 2 good games to where he stands out. That game he beat the Patriots, hey, you might as well just crown him for the fucking MVP this year. That makes his case for MVP so far.
Because Lamar he beat Jackson, that team?
Because he beat that team and the fashion he beat him in. Okay? Prior to that game, what was the other breakout game he had? Against who?
Every fucking game he's played this year.
Hear me out. The team
the
he
Dolphins.
fucking blew out of. Thank you. And who
Bengals.
are the Dolphins? Thank you. And who are the Bengals? And who are the Dolphins? Are their defenses anywhere near as talented as the Rams? No. And they don't have Wade Phillips coaching them.
Hey, you know what? I want to throw a little side note in there for you, Scorcho. Well, can I cut you off or no?
Go ahead.
All right.
Take it away, Fino.
I'm taking this shit way back. Wade Phillips is a fucking genius, and he knows how to stop dual threat quarterbacks.
Thank you.
All I gotta say is
really.
All I gotta say is what is Cam Newton, right? He not only got his ass to the Super Bowl, but he got his ass in fucking week 1. Yes,
he humbled him up.
Yes, and he was coming off us now. The more I
was on a fucking tear.
The more I say it, the more I like it. Listen, look, and that year that they fucking shut down Cam Newton. Cam Newton was doing the same kind of shit we saw Lamar Jackson doing right now. He's putting up major numbers through the air, on the ground, everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead,
Scorcho.
Hey, this is gonna be. All I gotta say, guys. Anybody betting on this game and taking a side, be careful. Be very careful. I'm not saying Baltimore's not going to win the game.
Don't get your feelings hurt.
They might as well. They might. They're very capable of winning it. I'm not going to say the Rams are going to win the game for sure. They're very capable of winning it. And on top of that, again, we're not even here telling you who's going to fucking win the game outright. Our job is to beat the spread and get some head. Remember that, okay? But here's the thing. Good teams win. Great teams cover. Let's not forget we're looking at a Rams team that was in the Super Bowl just last year. All right?
That played like shit.
They have been playing like shit, and they've been fucking banged up by injuries. All right? Right now is a time where you fucking gotta, strap up your fucking chin strap, put your fucking helmet on, go out there and real play tough football. Because, hey, you know what? The last 2 months of the year was going to determine whether you go to the playoffs and you get to play another week, or you don't, and you'll be watching from home come January.
Hey, keep in mind that the Rams, they're 6-4. Like, they're not terrible.
They're not terrible.
And
let's not forget, they still have Todd Gurley. But again, I'm not putting the whole thing on their offense. I'm not taking a side to fucking shut this down, okay? I'm not saying Baltimore is going to win. I'm not saying the Rams are going to win. But I am saying they're going to go over 46.5.
Yes.
Because I definitely do see fucking the Rams getting theirs. And I know the Ravens are going to get theirs as well. But I just want to let you guys know, anybody betting a dime on this game and taking a side, they need to be careful. Be very, very careful. I think this is the kind of game that you just kind of, you don't take a side. You take a total, and you watch it, and you enjoy it. It should be a high-scoring affair.
Yep.
I like the game to go over 46.5. I'm taking that as my blue chip official pick for El Scorcho. And I know we're not in the blue chip section.
Enjoy the Ravens
you know what?
on Monday night, man.
I am really, really liking this 46.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the Ravens winning this Monday night.
All right, guys, that's gonna cover it for the Pick 6 segment. Let's get to our blue chips. Scorcho,
you already said your blue chip.
I just said my blue chip.
You just had your blue chip, right? All right. Joey, you want to hop on your blue chip?
My blue chip is gonna be the over on the Denver Broncos game, 36.5. I mean, it's a pretty low number. We saw the Broncos last week cover that shit like a fucking blanket.
Yeah.
So that's my blue chip. And
Yeah, you know what,
you know,
Joey? I'm taking your blue chip. I'm stealing that shit from you.
Hey,
I am
$5, man, for my blue chip. $5 for my blue chip.
I am also eyeing that game, the over on the Bronco game.
Okay.
Like I said, Golden Nugget. If you want to make a little extra cash, take the Broncos because the Broncos I have been a covering machine as an underdog this year. They are 5-2 as an underdog. If you want a little side bet, just take that.
Alrighty, that's
I think that's gonna wrap it up, guys.
That's gonna wrap it up.
Once again, thank you for listening into the podcast.
Some energy this week. Man.
We'll see you guys next week, and remember,
don't let the players be the only ones getting
exactly.
paid. Get your shit, get your money. Let's fuck up the bookie this week.
Go. Peace.